Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here. Good to see you. So today I chose a topic called NEAT, all right? N-E-A-T, non-exercise activity of thermogenesis. So the reason I picked this topic is two things really. First, it's super easy, all right? This is super easy. I mean, so easy, you can probably start implementing some of what I'm gonna talk about before you even finish watching this video, okay? So super easy. Second thing is it works, okay? So if there's something that's super easy and it works, you gotta do it. If there's something that's super easy and it works and you're not doing it, you're missing out on something, okay? So almost everyone can do this. It's easy, it's quick, and it works. We'll get you started before this video is even over, okay? See this weight bar behind me? Some people hate those things. They're heavy, they don't like lifting them. My point is a lot of people don't like exercise, okay? I think exercise is great. It's good for blood sugar control, body composition, mood, all sorts of things, but a lot of people just don't like starting there, okay? And that's okay. I don't often push that up front. We'll get there eventually. Besides that, there's all sorts of things you can do, exercise kind of related stuff that can help you get your goals, okay? So, and that's where non-exercise activity of thermogenesis comes in, okay? Let's say you go to the gym, hit the gym hard, you're lifting weights, you're running, whatever you're doing, 30, 60 minutes, bam, if you're lifting weights, you might raise your metabolic rate for the next 48 hours. You burned a lot of calories maybe if you're sprinting or running, training for a marathon, whatever you're doing, okay? But what are you doing the other 23 and a half hours during the day? That's a lot of opportunity that a lot of people miss, okay? Now recovery is important, okay? I want you to get enough rest and relaxation and that sort of stuff, good nutrition. But there's a lot of very low or no impact, low intensity, non-exercise activity that you can do, okay? Like I said, this stuff is easy. Now, it might sound almost too easy. You've probably heard about all this before, okay? But I'm gonna tell you that it works and doing it actually helps, and there's science to prove it, okay? So I know a lot of things you read say, hey, park further away from the grocery store and walk, and you're thinking that's like 20 extra steps. What is that gonna do? It's gonna add up over time. Now let's say I'm done talking here, you start implementing this stuff immediately, you're not gonna drop 10 pounds by the end of the week, okay? You're not gonna be able to run a marathon by the end of the month, but over decades, this is definitely gonna prevent some problems, okay? So let me just give you one example of a study that I think is fascinating, highlighting the importance of this. Okay, you take someone who's sitting at a desk all day long. They don't get up. They hit the gym for 30, 60 minutes afterwards, all right? That's one group of people. Other group of people, they have a desk job, but every 15 minutes, they stand up, take a few steps. They don't go to the gym afterwards, okay? And these people are matched, so they're similar beforehand as far as gender, age, health problems, all that stuff. At the end of doing this intervention, the comparison, the people who stood up frequently, did this low intensity, non-exercise activity, had better results as far as cardiometabolic risk factors. So that's like, just for an example, blood pressure, cholesterol, weight, all this stuff. So I like exercise, I think it's great, but don't miss out on the non-exercise activity. Okay, so I mentioned parking further away from the store or whatever, work, whatever place you're going to. Absolutely do that. Take a few extra steps. Other simple examples, take the stairs instead of the elevator. Okay, and you can progress this too. It doesn't have to be overly easy if you're bored. You want to take the stairs 2 at a time next time, sure. You want to do a toe raise with each step, that's fine. You want to squeeze your butt muscles, whatever. But even just doing the stairs instead of the elevator is going to make a difference, okay? So that's another one. Other things, if you're doing laundry, just take half a load at a time, so then you take 2 trips instead of 1 trip. Now, that example is gonna add a few seconds of extra time. Most things, a few seconds for each activity is not gonna make a big difference day to day as far as time commitment, okay? You're not spending an hour and a half getting your gym shorts on, driving to the gym, exercising, complaining, taking a shower afterwards when you get home, okay? So you can do this stuff without sweating, without getting your gym shorts on, just part of your regular activity of daily living. Another example that I like very much is when you're watching TV, okay? So that's a big problem, right? The more screen time, sitting down, sedentary time that you have is a problem. And that's one of the reasons that we have a weight crisis in the United States is a lot of sedentary time, okay? Thank you for watching this video, by the way. I hope you're standing while you're doing it, but that's my point. So let's say you're watching a 30, 60-minute show. Stand up when you do it. You're gonna feel goofy the first couple times, absolutely. Your significant other, whoever's watching TV with you, might think, what's going on with this person? You look stupid. Do it anyway. It's gonna help. Okay, you stand up, and if standing up for the whole thing is problematic, a backache, knee pain, whatever, stand up every so often. Okay, like I talked about that study showing people standing up every 15 minutes. So the more, the better, as long as you're not overdoing it, which is hard to do with just standing. But if you start with the standing every 15 minutes, then you progress to standing the whole time. And then you start by doing a few squats, maybe 5, 10 in a row, and then just stand. You can stand on one leg and tighten your core, stand on the other leg, tighten your core. All these things aren't really exercise. You're not gonna be sore the next day, but it's gonna help, okay? So non-exercise activity of thermogenesis. One other study I wanted to mention is interesting stuff. So they took twins, okay? Identical twins, theoretically have the same, they do have the same genetic makeup, theoretically have the same energy expenditure and use. And what they did is they put accelerometers on these people, okay? Accelerometers are little meters that you put on various joints. They can track how much you're moving around. So it's not just walking like a pedometer, like your watch might monitor. This is much more in-depth, monitoring joint movement all over the place, okay? And then they force-fed these people 1,000 extra calories a day, okay? Sign up for that study. You got to eat 1,000 extra calories a day. And what they found, some of the pairs, first of all the pairs gain the same as their twin, okay? So if your twin gained a lot of weight, you gained a lot of weight. If you didn't gain any weight, your twin didn't gain any weight, okay? That makes sense? They found that the twin pairs that gained a lot of weight didn't move around very much, okay? Their joints, they mostly were just sitting. Even if they're walking, doing their activity of daily living, they weren't moving around very much. The people who didn't gain weight, when they added the 1,000 calories, they were twitchers. They were bouncing. Even just sitting in place, they were bouncing their leg, twitching around, that sort of thing. Some of this is genetically determined, okay, which might sound interesting, but it runs in families. It's very hard to start being twitchy on your own. You can try it, but you tend to just stop after a little bit. It's just not part of your thought process. People do it automatically, so you can work on doing that. Again, you're not going to drop 10 pounds in a day, but it can give you a little cushion if you do eat more, overall, like was shown in this study, okay? So the summary, non-exercise activity of thermogenesis, tremendously important, helps, it's easy to do, and it can help you reach some of your goals without a whole lot of extra effort. All right, so thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Hope you were standing up while you're doing it. We'll talk to you next time. Be sure to schedule your free 30-minute initial phone consultation by sending me an email or by visiting our website at refinedwellnessconsulting.com.